going on, everybody? What's going on, Facebook family? What's going on, kings and queens, baby? What up? Bumps in the road. Yeah. As I was going on my destination, I realized there was incredibly amounts of bumps in the road. Now, first I had to fight through the storm of the snow. Now I had to fight through the bumps in the road. Now, that's how the devil does. That's how God allows. That's how life happens, right? Bumps in the road, fighting through the storm. We fight through the storm, and once we make it through and everything is clear, behold, there's bumps in the road now. So you might say, man, I just fought a real bad fight, a real big fight, and now everything's clear. I'm thinking it is over. I'm thinking I can have rest. I'm thinking that it could be peace. I'm thinking that everything's easy breezy right now. And then bumps in the road come against you. So as I was fighting through the snow, and that was rough, now everything's clear. There's no more snow. I hit bumps the road for like 30 minutes straight. I'm talking like Flintstone bumps. Like I'm bouncing up and down, bumps in the road. And I started thinking, man, this is ridiculous. This is too stressful. This is just, oh, wow, I gotta pull over. I'm not gonna do this. I don't wanna go through this. And during that time, sometimes we like to give up. But life is gonna throw bumps in your road. And you have to have perseverance. And you have to fight hard. You can't just give up. Just because the ride is uncomfortable. Just because you gave all your strength and energy and focus to fight through the storm. And then once the storm is over, now you're getting ready to have a comfortable, peaceful ride. And that's not the case. Now the road is gonna be bumpy from here on out. So you want to give up and you want to pull over and you want to abort the mission. You want to take a break and postpone the mission. And you procrastinate. And then you create a culture of procrastinating. And you create a culture of giving up and putting everything at a postpone. I'm just going to wait. You become lackadaisical. I'm just going to keep on waiting. But if you just press forward and fight through the bumps in the road, I know it's terrible. I know you have a headache. I know it's taking away all your peace and all your joy. I know it's making you negative and miserable because you're just bouncing up and down for like an hour. And you're like, wow, I can't go through this. This is too much. So you want to pull over and you don't want to do this anymore. You want to start looking for a better route, a quicker route. But this is the route God wants you to take, to run the race. This race is hard. It will be gusts of wind to push you over. There will be storms to stop you and overtake you. There will be bumps in the road to get inside of your head and do mental warfare to defeat you because mentally you're stressed out. Let's go back to the word. Romans chapter 5 verse 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations, also knowing what that tribulation worketh patience. Let's go to Galatians 6. And let us not grow weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we do not faint. Let's go to Hebrews 10:36. For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of God, ye might receive the promise. For we have need of patience, that after we have done the will of God, we might receive the promise. Now that is very important. You have bumps in the road. You have bumps in your marriage. You have bumps in your job. You have bumps in your prayer life. You're going to have bumps in the road we call life. You're going to have storms and obstacles and obstructions trying to stop you along the race. But you have to win the race. The race we run now is much easier than the forefathers, the men and women of God in the Bible. They had a terrible race. They were tortured and persecuted. They were literally skinned alive and burned. They were stoned alive. They were hanged. They were thrown into the wilderness and starved. I mean, they had it hard. We have it easy. Run the race. Boom. You see that bump? They're going to be bumps in the road. The first bump, it's okay. The second bump, that's all right. But the third, the fourth, the 100th, the 200th, after a while, mentally, having mental warfare, you start to lose the battle because the stress starts to eat you alive. Let me pull over and take a break. Let me get a snack. Let me pull over and watch a movie. Let me pull over and put some music on. Let me pull over. I need to talk to my best friend. I need some help. Persevere through the storm. Just because it's bumpy, and just because you hate it, and just because it's extremely terrible, you just, wow, man, it's pure agony. You're trying to scream out and cry and say, God, help me. This is just ridiculous. Can't you bring down some angels and pave the way? Give me a nice smooth sail? Wouldn't we all love that? Persevere. Persevere and patience. That's what we need. Temperance is the fruit of the Spirit. Persevere. Push forward. Go to war with your feelings. Go to war with your emotions. Go to war with the stress in your mind, and be more than a conqueror. Overcome yourself. You see, the body has no limits. It's the mind that has limits. The body could get the job done. God made this body very strong and durable. The human body is not brittle. Yet, we have to be wise not to take too much abuse. But this body is tough. We can fight. We are made to fight. That's why God said we're conquerors. We're made to fight. It's the mind that's not made to fight. The mind must be developed to fight. It must be trained to fight. It must be renewed and transformed to fight. I can. I will. I must. I can. I will. I must. God be blessed.